Welcome into Vaqueros Game Day. Another Vaqueros Game Day here in the 956. UTRGV set for their third home game and their final non-conference game of the season. I'm KJ Doyle, joined on the desk by Gloria Morelia, Daniela Hernandez, and Alfredo Sanchez, getting you ready for the matchup. We're against Texas Wesleyan for the Vaqueros, and we are joined by the rest of our Channel 5 news team, our meteorologist Andrew Chung, over at Robert and Janet Backer Stadium, and our very own Joel Villanueva joining us as well for the fun here on Vaqueros Game Day. We're going to talk to him coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's talk about the matchup for UTRGV. As we mentioned, the final non-conference game going up against the Texas Wesleyan Rams tonight. A big matchup and their final chance to get ready for conference play.
Of course, KJ, and there are 10 teams in the FCS still undefeated. The UTRGV Vaqueros are one of those teams. What a great way to start this season. Now they're going to host Texas Wesleyan today, a team that is coming in with a 1-1 record. They, of course, won last week, but now they're going up against a UTRGV team that is coming on with a lot of confidence this week. And
the big thing we've emphasized with this Texas Wesleyan team is that they come from the same conference as last week's opponent, the Langston Lions, but they had a much better season last year than Langston did, so UTRGV can expect a little bit more of a challenge this week.
Definitely, I agree. I mean, they came 10-1 last fall. You know, when I talked to Coach Bush earlier this week, you know, he said that the team's focused, they're ready, and they're ready to give it their all this game before starting their Southland Conference play next week.
Let's take a look at the offensive stats for UTRGV because they are quite staggering what UTRGV has been able to do on offense so far this season. You see the numbers there. They've been dominating on the field, of course, against some opponents that are at a lower level than them, but it's been very impressive for a first-year program to hit the ground running like this.
Yeah, exactly. Also, a shout-out to Savion Nolan because he had an outstanding game. I called it last week that he was going to have a big game. 2 touchdowns, one of them a 70-yard touchdown reception. As you can see right there, just easy money for the wide receiver.
He was all over the place.
He sure was.
And the defense, Gloria, hasn't been too bad either. The Vaqueros defense holding teams to low numbers in the offensive columns for their side of things, and it's been pretty impressive to see the defense just shine throughout the course of the season.
They haven't allowed a single point at home yet.
Yeah.
So, of course, that means a lot about this defense. And what a game for Elijah Graham. We finally saw interceptions. We finally saw a pick 6 from that defense. And even Coach Bush said, hey, I was waiting for the defense to finally go out there and shine because they did a lot of damage against the offense during the spring game and even during the summer.
Well, as we mentioned, the final non-conference game of the season. Daniela, you got a chance to speak with head coach Travis Bush earlier this week about what he's expecting.
That's right, KJ. You know, he's excited to see the guys play one more time before they start conference play next week. I was able to catch up with him earlier this week to talk about tonight's game. Let's take a look.
I'm here with UTRGV head football coach Travis Bush. Coach, how does it feel getting your 3rd straight win of the season?
It's been good. You know, proud of our guys, the way we've started, the way we've been able to come out and execute in these first 3 games. So, again, the challenge is to see if we can do it again this weekend.
Give me an offensive and defensive player who hasn't really been talked about much, but you think deserves more recognition.
Defensively, probably, you know, Spencer Rich, you know, linebacker. He really just, you know, does exactly what he's supposed to do, and he's where he's supposed to be. Does a good job for us there. He is in a lot of tackles, but again, solid player for us. Plays a lot of special teams as well, so does a great job for us. Offensively, there's a few. Anybody up front. You know, I think our offensive line has done a great job, and we kind of picked a few. But you know, Abram Nicholas, our center, you know, he's the one that gets us started every play. He checks us in protections. He gets us going right in the zones. But again, the way those guys have been playing up front, especially the past couple of weeks, you know, he deserves a lot of credit.
I agree. You're going up against Texas Wesleyan, who went 10-1 last fall. What's going to be the key heading into this game?
They're a good football team, and Coach Sherrod does a great job. They're going to be well coached. They're going to be extremely fundamentally sound, and they're going to play their tails off. So again, it's going to be about us. I think again, execution and really eliminate the big play and try to get pressure on the quarterback. And I feel like they're going to, you know, they do a lot of good stuff defensively. They come after us. They're going to try to put pressure on us. So getting in the game, seeing if we can withstand that pressure and execute against it, and then again, you know, seeing if we can get off the field on 3rd down in defense.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, with Coach Bush saying all that stuff right there about Texas Wesleyan, it's great to hear that he's still confident, and obviously he's emphasizing, as he always has, focusing on themselves in these games. We do expect a big Vaqueros win, as we saw last week against an AIA school, but he genuinely seems like he thinks Texas Wesleyan is going to give them a little bit more of a challenge, which is maybe what they need heading into conference play.
I mean, like he said, you know, he does know that Texas Wesleyan is well coached. He knows what they bring to the field tonight, but he's still confident in the Vaqueros and what they're going to bring tonight as well.
All right, well, we have some ABC games we're also looking forward to right here on Channel 5 after Vaqueros game day wraps up. Some big ones, Memphis and Arkansas going at it. Perhaps whoever wins that game could end up being ranked in the AP Top 25 poll next week. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Auburn and Oklahoma, the matchup of two Top 25 teams going at it in Oklahoma. And then Miami and Florida, the battle between the Hurricanes and the Gators, a little rivalry matchup at 6:30 between those two teams. Florida hasn't started the season maybe the way they expected to, but a chance to get a big win against a Miami team currently ranked 4th in the country. So that's all coming up here. Gloria on Channel 5.
Of course, and nowadays technology plays a huge role in preparing for these UTRGV football games. We sat down to talk to the video coordinator of the UTRGV football team in this week's Gridiron here. We'll be right back.
And meteorologist Andrew Chung is going to join us to talk about what the forecast is looking like for tailgating this afternoon. That's all coming up here on Vaqueros Game Day.
Vaqueros Game Day is powered by Bert Ogden Auto Group.
This is good? Yeah. My name is Omar Ochoa from the Omar Ochoa Law Firm, and today we're answering questions from real clients and real people with real insurance problems. Why do I need a property damage lawyer? The insurance company has all the legal resources they need on their side to not pay your claim. You need a legal team on your side fighting for the money you deserve to repair your home or business. Call the Omar Ochoa Law Firm so that we can help you get the money you need for repairs.
What's in a name? When that name is South Texas Health System, it stands for the largest network of healthcare in the Rio Grande Valley. And while our family of names has changed, one thing that never will is our commitment to quality, compassionate care. At South Texas Health System, your health is our purpose. It drives everything we do and inspires us to be among the nation's leaders in healthcare. South Texas Health System, an integrated network of care you can trust.
Amor, I need you to call Ezequiel Reina. Call Reina.
You focus on your husband. I'll manage the law, take care of him and your family.
Mr. Reina said he's going to take care of everything. You're going to be okay.
Come back into Vaqueros Game Day. I am joined now by the newest member, can I say the newest member of the Channel 5 team, or a returning member?
Technically the newest member this week, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Joel Villanueva rejoining the Channel 5 team, starting up with Channel 5 News this morning. First time anchoring is going to be next Monday, right?
Yeah, we kicked things off yesterday, and that was, I guess, the soft launch, if you want to call it, and then we're going to do it on Monday, and it's been so exciting to be back. You know, obviously I grew up down here in the Valley, such a special place for me, and to be back here at home, it's just wonderful.
Absolutely, and I know obviously you held this position for a long time, covering sports in the Valley, now seeing UTRGV football come into the picture here and become such a fixture in the community. Was this something that you thought was possible while you were covering sports in the Valley, having a college program down here?
Yeah, I mean, it was something everyone talked about for a long time. You have to go back to actually the 70s and the Palm Bowl for that college football experience in terms of what the Valley was offered back then. It began as an NAIA national championship down here in McAllen, and then it morphed into the Division II national championship. So McAllen hosted 7 different Palm Bowls, and that was the last time we saw some form of college football down here. So it has been a long time in the making, but it is wonderful to now see that all these things have aligned, not just the team itself, but the promotion for the team, the marketing, and the above all else, the support from the community.
Absolutely, and it's been exciting. Are you planning to get out to some games this fall, hopefully? Show up a couple times?
I will be there tonight. If you see me out there tonight, please stop by, say hello. I'm pumped up. I can't wait to go to my first Vaqueros football game.
It has been a special environment, just seeing the fans all swarm the stadium and just support the Vaqueros the way they have. And I think it's been a testament to the kind of sports fans that we have here in the Valley. How would you describe what makes sports and sports fandom in the Valley special?
Oh, we have such a sense of self-pride here in the Valley, and to tie it specifically to football, I think we've seen all of this really with high school football over the years. I can remember going to these playoff games for teams that were making deep runs, and you saw fans there that weren't fans of that team during the regular season. Maybe it was a team from Mission going far in the playoffs, but you have fans there from McAllen, from Harlingen, from Brownsville. And really, when you see that unified support, it's amazing to see. I think it is something unique to the Valley. And, for UTRGV here, remember, it's not UT Edinburgh. It's not UT McAllen. It's not UT Brownsville. It's UTRGV. And that really embodies really what the Valley is all about in supporting this entire region, not just celebrating what we're doing, but continuing to inspire each other so that as a region, we can continue moving forward and be successful.
Well, as far as that sports history goes, Joel, you're definitely a part of it for everybody here in the Valley. So we've talked a lot behind the scenes already, but let me officially say welcome back.
Hey,
good to have you back.
Great to be back. And I will say, if I do have another minute, it makes me so happy to see the great work you and your team have been doing out there. I was on my couch last night with my Topo Chico and popcorn watching First and Goal, and it was so great, seeing what you guys are doing, continuing to highlight all these athletes across the Valley. It's wonderful, and keep it up. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Well, the players do the work on the field, but we just try to highlight them as best we can. And now let's head over to where Gloria Morelia and Daniela Hernandez are standing by with a segment that Joel originated with, Gridiron Heroes. Gloria, take it away.
Thank you, KJ and Joel. Daniela, we're not the only ones out here having fun. We also have the band right behind us. I'm pretty sure they're getting ready for game day today, Daniela, but let's go ahead and talk about another one of our segments this week. We have Gridiron Heroes. What do you think about these type of segments?
I love these segments, Gloria. I think it's great that we highlight people behind the scenes, at UTRGV football, because that just comes to show that there are so many people that make the UTRGV Vaqueros football team.
Of course, and this week's we have one that is super important. I believe it's probably one of the most important for the team. It is the football video coordinator. Ben Cox is this week's Gridiron Hero. Ben Cox moved nearly 1,500 miles south from Utah Tech University to the Rio Grande Valley, all to join the football program at UTRGV to be the team's video coordinator.
The support in the Valley, literally rallying the Valley and having them say yes to everything we could, it's just a testament to what the potential is here, and it makes the journey that much easier.
Ben films and prepares video on a day-to-day basis that includes film from early morning practice to late night game days.
Understanding practice, understanding the flow and what the coaches want for film and everything, that's the main process of everything, and how you adjust day by day from there.
This helps coaches better evaluate what players need to work on during their film study.
I think my job impacts tremendously, because if they don't have video to review and watch and break down, they're going straight off of memory, right? And you are what you put on tape. That's a big saying in football, and especially in my job.
Now, during game day, what does your job look like?
So game day is different. I'm in charge of the sideline tablets for in-game video for the coaches to replay and watch stuff as it happens, and then also game day video for, you know, the sideline and end zone. That's for the national co-op, and that gets sent out to every school and every team. So they have access to it, and it's every Division I team is required to turn it in.
What do you think is going to be something you're going to take from this experience to your future self?
The connections I made with people, you know, the X's and O's of football and the learning and the video, that can happen anywhere. But the connections with everybody in this building, from, you know, head coach to operations to equipment to AD to the president to everyone else on campus, I think that's the big one. And I have a big passion for football, and it's like, what better way to go make my name on something than be the first there and build it from the ground.
What a great story from somebody who's coming down all the way from Utah just to be here down in the Rio Grande Valley for this inaugural season. And of course, it has to be a film guy. He studied communications just like us.
I love it, Gloria. What an awesome story. Well, coming up on Vaqueros Game Day, we're talking about a coach who's representing the 956. Marco Regalado. He's a running backs coach who trains them every week. He's this week's Made in the 956 Vaqueros edition. We'll be right back.
Teddy's Barbecue, brisket, pork ribs, beef ribs, turkey, and house-made sausages served Thursday through Sunday. Join us for breakfast on the weekends. Teddy's Barbecue, Texas-inspired, RGV made.
What's in a name? When that name is South Texas Health System, it stands for the largest network of healthcare in the Rio Grande Valley. And while our family of names has changed, one thing that never will is our commitment to quality, compassionate care. At South Texas Health System, your health is our purpose. It drives everything we do and inspires us to be among the nation's leaders in healthcare. South Texas Health System, an integrated network of care you can trust.
That's the way we're going to run it.
Excuse me, Coach. Think I can help you with that.
Who is this, Coach? This is Leah Wise, the crash gal. She's a personal injury attorney and a proven winner.
And the stats to back it up. I've won millions of dollars for injured clients all over Texas.
We're lucky to have her on our team. And you would be wise to listen to her. Huh?
All right, let's get down to business. Who's ready to win?
Injured in an accident? Call Crash Gal today.
Hi, Richard Doyle, Director of Operations for Manrique Custom Vision Centers. You know, I've been with Doc over 20 years, and in that span of time, I've seen him do superstars like Tracy Lawrence, you know, people that we all know like Randy Carroll. But the most important thing I can tell you is Dr. Manrique has done all of his family members. With over 73,000 laser vision corrections and thousands of refractive procedures, including cataracts, there's no other name out there.
I want to invite you to come to one of our clinics and be part of our family.
Discover Felice, a hidden gem where every bite is made with love. Indulge in our handmade pizza, pasta, and desserts, all crafted from scratch. Join us for great food and a welcoming atmosphere. Felice, where flavors come alive.
Good morning, everyone. I'm coming to you live from Robert Jan Vaqueros Stadium, where the UTRGV Vaqueros drill team is practicing right now on the field. Doesn't feel too bad right now, but it is a bit humid, and it's going to stay humid for today. So let's talk about the tailgate forecast. I know many of you are coming out here before the game to tailgate. If you're going to tailgate for this afternoon, keep in mind we do have a 40% chance of some spotty showers or thunderstorms, including here in Edinburgh. The actual air temperature is going to be in the lower 90s around 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m. When you factor that humidity into the air temperature, it's going to feel even hotter with heat indices, it feels like temperatures in the upper 90s. So we're looking at heat indices around 97, 98. So if you're coming out here to tailgate, I would say take the poncho just in case or umbrella, and also stay hydrated. It's going to feel hot and humid thanks to the humidity, so drink plenty of water. Again, we're looking at a 40% chance of some spotty showers or thunderstorms here in Edinburgh for tailgating. Otherwise, it's partly sunny with air temperatures in the lower 90s and heat in the season the upper 90s. By game time, those rain chances should start to ramp down. We're looking at pretty good weather, but it is still going to feel humid for the start of the game. We'll talk about the game time forecast in just a couple of minutes. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Andrew. Well, obviously things clear right now. The sky's clear. We'll hope it stays that way throughout the game. And the only lightning we see is the lightning-fast Xavier Noland getting into the end zone a couple more times here in this game. The offense has been spectacular this season. Noland, a big reason why, but also the quarterback play from Eddie Lee Marburger this season. He's come back to his home area in the Valley, the Sherryland Pioneer grad, and he has shined.
That's right, KJ. Eddie Lee's averaging more than 300 yards per game. You see there, over 900 total in the first 3 games. That's insane, guys. That's actually 3rd in the entire nation for the FCS. Marburger is also competing over 70% of his passes and has thrown 9 touchdown passes. Some incredible stats from Marburger. Sherryland Pioneer representing the 956.
And Gloria, how about the receivers that he's throwing to? Not too shabby either. Seems like he's building some good chemistry with them. We talked about Nolan, but we're going to start Tony Diaz.
I mean, of course we have to talk about Tony Diaz. Another Vaquero Game Day show, another Tony Diaz graphic here because he's been absolutely insane. He has 14 receptions on the year, totaling 185 yards. And you know what, guys? I think he's going to have another touchdown today.
Well,
I mean, just to add one more to those 3 that he has right now.
He's been one of 2 players that have each had a touchdown over the course of the first 3 games. Him, TJ DeMent, and Tony Diaz both have scored in each of the Vaqueros' 3 games. And Xavier Nolan, as we mentioned, the last 2 home games has been dynamite for the Vaqueros in the passing game. Has made some huge plays, Alfredo, but we can't not talk about the man who did it on defense last game for the Vaqueros, Elijah Graham.
That is right. Mr. Elijah Graham. He will go down in UTRGV football history. He recorded the first interception in program history and ended up taking it back to the house, as you can see on screen, for the first pick 6 in UTRGV history. I predict that he's going to get another one tonight.
Well, the first pick 6 in UTRGV history. That's the first defensive touchdown and the first interception for Elijah Graham, taking home a couple of titles there. And we talk about how good this offense has been. We talk about guys like TJ DeMent making some great plays. Nathan Denny had that big game on the road against Prairie View A&M. Getting some good coaching from this Vaqueros staff, and that's been a big key to why they've had so much success.
That's right, KJ. The winning run by Nathan Denny, that all starts at practice. Marco Regalado is the running backs coach, and he's this week's Made in the 956 Vaqueros edition.
Marco Regalado is the running backs coach for UTRGV football. Before starting at UTRGV, Regalado began his life just outside of Stark County, but still as part of the 956 in Zapata. During his high school playing days, ingrained in the Valley football scene.
You know, our entire district was the Valley. We played Rio Hondo, Progreso, Raymondville, Lyford. We were always traveling down to the Valley.
Regalado didn't fall in love with the sport of football until he was a freshman in high school.
I had amazing coaches that took the time to slow down and show me the game, and now I could actually sit down with my dad and watch the Dallas Cowboys and know what was going on.
After coming up short of playing college football, Regalados found another way to stick with the sport he loved, taking to the sidelines. In 2019, he served as the special teams coordinator and linebackers coach for PSJA Memorial. As his coaching career progressed, Regalado made a call to recently hired Vaqueros head coach Travis Bush in 2022. That call would change everything.
When I reached out to congratulate him, I just let him know, like, hey, if there's any opportunity, I'd love to be a part of this thing. I want to help build it. And from there, we kind of stayed in touch. It took about a year-long process, but eventually I was able to make it home.
Now, Regalado is helping the Vaqueros offense shine. Already with 2 players posting 100 rushing yard games, he's happy to be doing it for a team that means so much to the 956.
For it to be at UTRGV, 2 hours away from where I grew up, it's something that I dreamed of one day, and for it to kind of become a reality, I pinch myself every day.
Marco Regalado is this week's Made in the 956 Vaqueros edition.
Great Fade in the 956 Vaqueros edition.
We
Clearly,
love Coach
Coach Regalado doing a lot for the team.
Hey, and we forgot to mention his TikTok career. He sings here and there.
Yeah, great country music that he sings.
Right?
Great coach, great guy, funny man, all around.
Plenty to him over there for Coach. Well, not quite the running backs, but we're going to test out the quarterbacks here at UTRGV. As we mentioned, who knows, maybe some 6th, 7th string quarterback tryouts here as we go to the throwing contest, Vaqueros football toss. That's on the way here on Vaqueros Game Day when we return.
Vaqueros Game Day is powered by Bert Ogden Auto Group.
What's in a name? When that name is South Texas Health System, it stands for the largest network of healthcare in the Rio Grande Valley. And while our family of names has changed, one thing that never will is our commitment to quality, compassionate care. At South Texas Health System, your health is our purpose. It drives everything we do and inspires us to be among the nation's leaders in healthcare. South Texas Health System, an integrated network of care you can trust.
Teddy's Barbecue, brisket, pork ribs, beef ribs, turkey, and house-made sausages served Thursday through Sunday. Join us for breakfast on the weekends. Teddy's Barbecue, Texas-inspired, RGV made.
If you've been involved in a catastrophic accident, you need the best on your side. Ezequiel Reyna continues to be the Valley's #1 draft pick. Championship results with millions awarded to clients. A 45-year winning legacy. Backed by the toughest personal injury team in Texas. Commercial accidents, 18-wheeler accidents, wrongful death. Go pro. Call the #1 pick, Ezequiel Reyna. 1-800-ZEKE-REYNA.
That's the way we're going to run it.
Excuse me, Coach. Think I can help you with that.
Who is this, Coach? This is Leah Wise, the crash gal. She's a personal injury attorney and a proven winner.
And the stats to back it up. I've won millions of dollars for injured clients all over Texas.
We're lucky to have her on our team. And you would be wise to listen to her. Huh?
All right, let's get down to business. Who's ready to win?
Injured in an accident? Call Crash Gal today.
Welcome back to Vaquero Village. It is time for our Vaqueros football toss. I'm joined by the legendary former sports director, Joel Villanueva. Joel, thank you for coming back.
Yeah, no, it's great to be here. We're excited about this, and we have got a fun game for all our Vaquero Nation out there today. We call this the Vaquero football toss. We've got 2 contestants here. The rules are pretty simple. Each of them are going to try to get these footballs through those nets over there. The winner will be taking home this $100 gift card. Second place will get $50. So either way, you're going home with something, but you want to double up that money maybe.
Either way, we have a winner today. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the contestants here. What is your name today?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. This is Isaiah. Guys, cheer for him. And then what's your name?
Hebrew.
Hebrew. Guys, cheer for him too. All right, are you guys ready for this competition? It's going to be a friendly competition, okay? But either way, you guys are going to take a prize today. Ready? Are you guys ready? Are we ready?
Okay, we're going to get 15 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Go for it.
Oh, almost.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Just need 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my goodness. All right, that's it. That's it. Gloria, we got a winner. It is Hebrew.
What you got to say, Mr. Winner? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, you know, amazing performance. I did better than I thought I would, so.
Well, what are you going to buy with your gift card?
I don't know yet.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out, but thank you guys so much for coming out here and competing. Joel, thank you so much for being here alongside with us. We're going to continue with more Vaqueros Game Day.
Well, quite the performance there. You know, Vaqueros football toss, 1-0, but, you know, Vaqueros football toss, really defensive battle when it comes down to it. Who would have thought Vaqueros football toss would be more about the defense than the offense? But, hey, you got job done. We have a winner this week.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations to the winner. He actually made one, so yeah.
It is not easy. I know the people at home might not know. It is not easy.
It's not. It's better than me. I've made 0.
We're happy to get a winner this week on Vaqueros football toss. Well, coming up, we're going to check back with our meteorologist, Andrew Chung. We checked on how things are going to look for tailgating, but how are things going to look for game time? He'll check in with that, and we'll also get to train like the Vaqueros. Inside practice, our coach for practice, Marco Regalado, is mic'd up, and we're going to hear what he has to say after the break.
This is good? Huh? My name is Omar Ochoa from the Omar Ochoa Law Firm, and today we're answering questions from real clients and real people with real insurance problems. How can I afford to hire a lawyer to sue my insurance company? We only get paid if we get you more money for repairs. And our goal at the end of the process is that you get all the money you need for repairs with no money out of pocket. Call the Omar Ochoa Law Firm so that we can help you get the money you need for repairs.
At Cornerstone Regional Hospital, we're redefining recovery. With our musculoskeletal center of excellence, you'll receive top-notch care from our dedicated department of orthopedic physicians. Thanks to cutting-edge technology and innovative treatment options, we're here to help get you back to doing what you love, pain-free and stronger than ever. Choose Cornerstone Regional Hospital, where patients come first.
That's the way we're going to run it.
Excuse me, Coach. Think I can help you with that.
Who is this, Coach? This is Leah Wise, the Crash Gal. She's a personal injury attorney and a proven winner.
And the stats to back it up. I've won millions of dollars for injured clients all over Texas.
We're lucky to have her on our team, and you would be wise to listen to her. Huh?
All right, let's get down to business. Who's ready to win?
Injured in an accident? Call Crash Gal today.
Let's start a conversation. Plains Capital Bank and you. Tell us what we can do to help. Tell us where you want to go. We want to be a partner you trust, a face and a name that you know. Let's talk banking solutions. Let's talk bankers who care. Plains Capital Bank is strong and stable, so whatever you need, we'll be there. Plains Capital Bank. Call us up. Come on by. Let's start a conversation.
We are back here at Vaquero Village for another Vaqueros game day. They are set to go up against Texas Wesleyan. The Rams coming in, the final non-conference opponent for UTRGV this season. And then it's on to conference play. The team trying their best to gear up for conference play, be ready to go once the games start to matter just a little bit more. And as we mentioned a couple times, it starts on the practice field.
Of course it does, and we have to talk about it. We went to practice, and it's a mic'd up edition, this time with our guy who was made in the 956 today, Marco Regalado. Let's take a listen.
Let's go. Get ready for walkthrough. Set the tone. Let's have it, baby. Let's have a day. South side. South side. South side. South side. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. All right, scout, here we go, here we go, here we go. And they're gonna try to run through you. That's why you're wide, but you still want that good base. Pop outside of those bags. Now we're working edge pressure. Hey, we're closing the door. Okay, we're closing the door. We're taking away the inside. Boom, right there. And he can run it. We're running with him. On the defense, good. Find him. Get a good pop. Bring your hips. Good, good. Boom, good. There we go. Look it in, catch it. Score! Mr. Denny.
Now we welcome in our meteorologist, Andrew Chung, back at Robert and Janet Vaqueros Stadium. Andrew, we talked about what things are looking like for the tailgate, but once we get to kickoff, what can we expect?
And right now, it's not feeling too bad here at Robert Jan Vaqueros Stadium here in Edinburgh. We're seeing more clouds coming in. It's still dry. But as I mentioned earlier in the show, we do have a chance later on this afternoon for some spotty showers and thunderstorms. So to recap, if you're going to be tailgating this afternoon, 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m., there is that 40% chance of spotty showers or thunderstorms with air temperatures in the lower 90s. Now, let's talk about the actual forecast for when the game starts as UTRGV hosts Texas Wesleyan from Fort Worth here this evening at the stadium. For the actual game time at kickoff, we are looking at about just a 10% chance of a shower. So those rain chances should come down by the game time, by game start, but there is still that 10% chance of a stray shower game time. By halftime, we're looking at just a 10% chance of a shower, so a very, very small chance for rain. By the way, the temperatures at kickoff this evening should be in the mid-80s, so it is going to feel hot and humid in any case thanks to the humidity. By halftime, we're expecting temperatures in the lower 80s. Should be dry though for the second half of the game with mostly clear skies and temperatures in the lower 80s. Back to you.
We had a big night of high school football in the Valley last night. Some crazy games. When we come back, it's the fifth quarter recap. Looking back at a crazy Friday night of games. That's right after the break on Vaqueros Game Day.
Discover Felice, a hidden gem where every bite is made with love. Indulge in our handmade pizza, pasta, and desserts, all crafted from scratch. Join us for great food and a welcoming atmosphere. Felice, where flavors come alive.
This is good? Huh? My name is Omar Ochoa from the Omar Ochoa Law Firm, and today we're answering questions from real clients and real people with real insurance problems. Will the insurance company drop me from my policy if I hire a lawyer to sue them? It would be illegal for your insurance company to drop you just because you sue them. It would also be illegal for your insurance company to raise your policy rates. Call the Omar Ochoa Law Firm so that we can help you get the money you need for repairs.
At Cornerstone Regional Hospital, we're redefining recovery. With our Musculoskeletal Center of Excellence, you'll receive top-notch care from our dedicated department of orthopedic physicians. Thanks to cutting-edge technology and innovative treatment options, we're here to help get you back to doing what you love, pain-free and stronger than ever. Choose Cornerstone Regional Hospital, where patients come first.
Let's start a conversation. Plains Capital Bank and you. Tell us what we can do to help. Tell us where you want to go. We want to be a partner you trust, a face and a name that you know. Let's talk banking solutions. Let's talk bankers who care. Plains Capital Bank is strong and stable, so whatever you need, we'll be there. Plains Capital Bank. Call us up. Come on by. Let's start a conversation.
Teddy's Barbecue, brisket, pork ribs, beef ribs, turkey, and house-made sausages served Thursday through Sunday. Join us for breakfast on the weekends. Teddy's Barbecue, Texas-inspired, RGV made.
Welcome back into Vaqueros Game Day. KJ Doyle joined by Gloria Morelia, Daniela Hernandez, and Alfredo Sanchez ahead of this Week 4 matchup for UTRGV taking on the Texas Wesleyan Rams. We've talked a lot about how successful UTRGV has been on offense so far this season. But don't take our word for it. Check out the numbers, some staggering statistics for UTRGV and where they rank in the FCS.
Of course, there you go. They are first in the FCS with total yards per game with 628.7.
That's
Crazy.
insane. UTRGV averages 346 total passing yards per game, second in FCS. These Vaqueros just continuing making history.
Yeah, and look at the points per game on offense.
A bunch of first and second rankings.
Exactly,
Yeah.
just almost 60 points, almost hitting that threshold right there, and it's second in FCS as well as the defense. How about it? Just 7 points right now.
Well, 57.7 is an interesting number to remember when we get around to the picks for UTRGV. Maybe the over-under for this game will be right around that 57.7 mark. We'll have to see where it gets set at. That's coming up later here on Vaqueros Game Day. But for now, let's head over to the high-scoring high school games from last night in the Valley. Some crazy results for our local teams. We take a look in our fifth quarter recap. PSJA and Los Fresnos going at it, and this Los Fresnos Falcons offense has been stellar to start the year. Robert Pineda, a big reason why he escapes multiple defenders. A magician out of the pocket. He gets in for the score. Then he hands it off to his man. Tyler Stachowiak breaks free of a few more tacklers. Another touchdown, Los Fresnos, and they were not done scoring in the first half. A slew of touchdowns for the Falcons to start this one. Pineda rolls out, throwing on the run, finding his man, Lucky Perales, just off screen. We're going to catch up with him, and he's going to be into the end zone for the score. Los Fresnos scored 52 in the first half. They go on to win over PSJA 66-16. Hannah hosting Sherryland Pioneer. And Hannah trying to pull off the upset here as the carry goes to Eduardo Chavez. He's into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Hannah Eagles are on top. This one was quite the defensive battle. Hannah down by the goal line. They fumble this one, and ultimately Jonathan Salinas gets in for the sack. Then Hannah trying to hand it off again. Another fumble. This time Modesto Gonzalez is there for the recovery. Pioneer. The Diamondbacks now in the red zone, looking end zone, but it's picked off by Josue Casas. He comes away with the pick. A defensive battle goes into OT, and Hannah pulls off the upset over Pioneer, 25-22 in overtime. Mission Veterans trying to stay undefeated on the season. They're 3-0, but Laredo LBJ coming into town, also 3-0. One team would have to take their first loss. Roman Reina, a big reason why the Patriots are undefeated. He takes the carry, gets his team a first down, and then Reina looking end zone, finding Quinton Valverde just short of it, but he takes it in for the score. Mission Veterans on top, but Laredo LBJ able to answer. Mauricio Lopez up the middle for the score. This one back and forth, a close game by 1 point. Mission Veterans has handed their first loss of the season. And that is your fifth quarter update. Well, it doesn't take away from how Mission Veterans has started the season. They lose that game by just 1 point. But the big upset of the night, how about the Hannah Golden Eagles, their first win of the season, and taking down 3-0 Sherryland Pioneer.
I don't know what's more impressive, that Hannah win or the fact that Los Fresnos put up 66 points against the PSG.
52 in the first half.
Dios mío.
Pretty crazy stuff. But when we come back, we're going to talk to a man that had a big game on Thursday night. The McAllen High football head coach, Patrick Shelby, joins us on the desk to talk about his team and UTRGV football when we return on Vaqueros Game Day.
Discover Felice, a hidden gem where every bite is made with love. Indulge in our handmade pizza, pasta, and desserts, all crafted from scratch. Join us for great food and a welcoming atmosphere. Felice, where flavors come alive.
That's the way we're going to run it.
Excuse me, Coach. Think I can help you with that.
Who is this, Coach? This is Leah Wise, the Crash Gal. She's a personal injury attorney and a proven winner.
And the stats to back it up. I've won millions of dollars for injured clients all over Texas.
We're lucky to have her on our team, and you would be wise to listen to her. Huh?
All right, let's get down to business. Who's ready to win?
Injured in an accident? Call Crash Gal today.
What's in a name? When that name is South Texas Health System, it stands for the largest network of healthcare in the Rio Grande Valley. And while our family of names has changed, one thing that never will is our commitment to quality, compassionate care. At South Texas Health System, your health is our purpose. It drives everything we do and inspires us to be among the nation's leaders in healthcare. South Texas Health System, an integrated network of care you can trust.
Let's start a conversation. Plains Capital Bank and you. Tell us what we can do to help. Tell us where you want to go. We want to be a partner you trust, a face and a name that you know. Let's talk banking solutions. Let's talk bankers who care. Plains Capital Bank is strong and stable, so whatever you need, we'll be there. Plains Capital Bank. Call us up. Come on by. Let's start a conversation.
Teddy's Barbecue, brisket, pork ribs, beef ribs, turkey, and house-made sausages served Thursday through Sunday. Join us for breakfast on the weekends. Teddy's Barbecue, Texas-inspired, RGV made.
We are back live at Vaquero Village, joined on the nest by the head coach of the Mac High Bulldogs, Coach Patrick Shelby. Coach, thanks so much for joining us, and I wanted to give you an extra thank you because I put you at number 10 in the power poll, a 2-1 record. Earlier this week, some controversy, but you guys did a good job holding to that ranking and picking up the win on Thursday night, a big 42-10 victory for you guys.
Yeah, no, it was a good win for us as a football team and as a football program, and the kids played extremely hard, so we were excited. The community was excited, plus it was homecoming.
And, Coach, I also want to ask you about this UTRGV football team because you had the chance to go into practice. I know I was at a practice. I actually saw you there while we were filming some stuff. You were able to come out and interact with Coach Bush. What was that experience like, and how do you feel like that's valuable for high school coaches?
Well, it's a great experience, and one, it's awesome for the Rio Grande Valley, not only for our student athletes, but also for us as coaches, right, to know that we have that right here in our backyard now. And so being out there at practice was a great experience just to see the guys move out there on the field, see how Coach Bush and his staff are doing a great job with instrumenting a great program. So it was awesome all around.
Coach Kagan and I were talking the other night, and we were putting 2 and 2 together. Finn Henderson, Gunnar Henderson. We heard there's like their family members.
Yes.
Does Gunnar Henderson come out to practices, to the games? Does he kind of like give you guys a little advice?
Well, he has made a few appearances during the offseason out there on the football field with us, and it's always great to have him out there. You know, Gunnar is a Mac High alum, so to have anybody like that come back to our house and know, especially with the experience and the excitement that he's been able to bring here has been amazing. And then Finn, you know, great young man too, so he feeds off of his cousin quite a bit, and you know, he's got somebody older to teach him some wide receiver moves.
And Gunnar, of course, we heard from on our Mik'd up last week when we went to Vaqueros practice, doing a great job as the wide receivers coach there. Hey, just keep the Hendersons coming, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. And Coach, I want to ask you about just the players' excitement about having D1 football here in the Valley, and if you have a player, one of your players that you know should be in consideration for a possible scholarship here at UTRGV. Go for it.
Yeah, no, the kids love it. The kids are excited. Like I said, the excitement alone, right? It was a long time coming, and now that it's actually here and it's happening, you know, our student athletes, our kids are very, very excited for it. As far as kids, for us, I do want to give a shout out. We do have Oliver Schwartz. He's already gotten a few looks. I know UTRGV has come out before to check him out there at practice. He's our starting linebacker, every bit of 210, and the kid can move. He is fast and physical and does a great job at it.
Awesome.
Coach, I was covering your game on Thursday. What a great win. You know, tell me about your quarterback, McCoy Waltoff, and the amount of work he's done and just putting it every single game, every practice. And y'all are getting ready for another big game next week against Edinburgh Villa.
Yes, for sure. First and foremost, McCoy is a great young man. He's a great leader in everything that he does, and our team just follows him. He just has this charisma about himself that he just gives off. Yeah, he just gives off this great energy. Whether it's a good day, bad day, he's always positive. Yes, and so, you know, for him, you know, everything that he's doing right now, he's doing everything that we ask of him and then more, you know. So we expect him to continue to keep leading our football team on both sides of the ball, right, just with his leadership and so forth, and continue to take us into that next round, which is hopefully the playoffs, you know, later in the season.
There we go.
Well, district season continues next week for you guys. Good start this week with the district opener, and now good luck the rest of the season, Coach Shelby. We appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thank y'all very much. Thank y'all for having me. Go Vaqueros.
He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the Valley so far this season. I look forward to seeing him the rest of the year. When we come back, we're going to pick some of the ABC college football games coming up on the ABC slate after Vaqueros game day, and make our UTRGV stat predictions. That's all on the way here when we wrap up Vaqueros Game Day.
Vaqueros Game Day is powered by Bert Ogden Auto Group.
Mrs. Lopez, thank you for your trust and patience in this most trying of times. While we have triumphed in your case, we cannot right all past wrongs. Our hope is that this resolution and compensation can begin to heal and strengthen your family. We are here for you, always. God bless, Ezequiel Reina.
Discover Felice, a hidden gem where every bite is made with love. Indulge in our handmade pizza, pasta, and desserts, all crafted from scratch. Join us for great food and a welcoming atmosphere. Felice, where flavors come alive.
This is good, huh? My name is Omar Ochoa from the Omar Ochoa Law Firm, and today we're answering questions from real clients and real people with real insurance problems. What's an example of a case that you're proud of? Recently, we had a family of 4 that suffered a fire in their home. The house was in such bad shape they couldn't even live there anymore. We worked with the insurance company to get the claim covered. Call the Omar Ochoa Law Firm so that we can help you get the money you need for repairs.
At Cornerstone Regional Hospital, we're redefining recovery. With our Musculoskeletal Center of Excellence, you'll receive top-notch care from our dedicated department of orthopedic physicians. Thanks to cutting-edge technology and innovative treatment options, we're here to help get you back to doing what you love, pain-free and stronger than ever. Choose Cornerstone Regional Hospital, where patients come first.
We are back here on Vaqueros Game Day to wrap things up with our game day picks. We've already mentioned a few times our ABC lineup of games. We're going to start with the game coming up right after Vaqueros Game Day wraps up here on ABC. It's Memphis versus Arkansas. Undefeated Memphis 3-0, but they have not gotten any votes in the AP Top 25 poll this week. They are coming in as a home dog against Arkansas, and there are picks. Joel, we'll start with you. Who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going with Memphis. They've been a team that has been able to knock off some teams from that, P4 teams, and I think being 3-0 at home, I'm going with the home dog in this one.
I'm going with Arkansas. They played a close matchup against another SEC team, the Ole Miss. So I'm going with, Arkansas. They play in the SEC, the best conference in the nation, so I'll go with them.
I think that whoever wins this game has to get at least some votes in the AP Top 25 next week. Even though both of these teams are unranked, this is a key matchup for both of these teams as they look to gain some national recognition. Arkansas coming in 2-1, Memphis coming in undefeated. I'm going to go with Memphis. Again, Arkansas favored in this matchup, but I like the home dog just like Joel.
Yeah, I'm going with Arkansas. I think last week they took that L and they're going to come back and be like, you know what? We deserve to win this week, so we're going to go in there and take the win.
I went with Memphis. I mean, they're undefeated. I think they're going to stay undefeated.
All right, well, next game on the docket, the matchup that we have between 2 top 25 teams, Auburn versus Oklahoma. Joel, we'll start with you again.
Yeah, Auburn looking to grind this game out, run the ball. Oklahoma, they like to throw it around the stadium. I'm going to go with the Sooners at home in Norman.
I'm going with the Sooners as well because in my first market, I covered the Oklahoma Sooners, so I'm going with them, favoring the Sooners today.
I'll go with Oklahoma as well. They have played a pretty interesting schedule last week, sort of an easy game against Toledo, but they did take down Michigan already. So nice win under their belt already. I think they get it done against Auburn.
Well, I guess I'm the only one taking Auburn today. I mean, their quarterback, Jackson Arnold, is coming back, and he's looking for revenge. And if that man is a dog, like we believe he is, he's going to come back and get the revenge win.
This was the toughest matchup to pick. I almost went with Auburn.
It was, yeah. I went with Oklahoma. I mean, I think they're going to be really great, so let's check them out.
And the last game, Miami versus Florida. Florida has struggled to start the season, not the season that the Gators were expecting. And we're going to zip right through this one because we're all picking the Gators to come out on top in this one. They've also had some
Miami.
Oh, we're all picking Miami rather. No smoke there. Now I said that. Now Florida's going to win. Just like that because I said that. Freudian slip. So yeah, Florida has had a tough schedule to start this season. A tough go of it, losing to LSU last week. So Miami, we're all going with. But as far as the UTRGV matchup goes, it's time to check out where we're going to go with our picks on this one. And Gloria, if we can throw up what the picks record is right now, I have a little trouble with my eyesight. Can you tell me who's in the lead on our? I think our producer back there has the picks record. What does that say?
Why is it KJ?
I know. Why is it number one?
No, just kidding. You know, you have that great intuition.
I see it now. 5-1. Okay. Well, it's fitting that my record is 5-1. You know what I'm talking about? 5-1 in the record.
Okay.
Pretty good. But let's get into the UTRGV stat predictions. First one, over or under 59.5 points.
I'm going under in this one. They've put up so many points these last few games. I just feel like at some point it's going to cool off just a little bit. So I'm taking the under in this one. Maybe, I'm saying this, I think they win outright, of course, but I think strategically maybe they let off the gas. And we see under 60 in this
Getting ready for conference play.
Yeah, exactly. And Texas Wesleyan is no joke. They're a good team. And Coach Travis Bush, he mentioned that they're going to challenge the UTRGV Vaqueros. So obviously it's going to be under 59.5 points.
I'm going to go with the over. I'm going to stick with the over. UTRGV's been scoring a lot of points. I think the backups have even come in and shown that they have what it takes to put points on the scoreboard. They could have scored almost 100 last week if they really wanted to.
Yeah, of course, but I am also going under. I think the same as Joel. I mean, they've already put up so many points, and this week they're going up against a team that's a little bit more difficult than last week's opponent, and even so rough.
I'm going to go with over. I think the offense is going to put up a lot of points tonight's game.
All right, well, let's check the next matchup that we have. TJ Dement, will he score a touchdown? He scored a touchdown in every single game so far this season. Is he going to do it this time?
Yeah, I mean, you took the stat from me. Yeah, he scored in every game so far, so why not again today? I'll say, hey, let's give him 2 on this one. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right, there we go.
I think I'm going to have him with just 1 touchdown today, but it's going to be a long rushing touchdown, so beware of that.
UTRGV has a lot of talent in that backfield. I'm going to say some other players get in the end zone. TJ Dement, not today. Maybe they save him for a little bit of display. I know Nathan Denny's the go-to guy, but I think some other Vaqueros in the backfield get a chance to find the end zone.
I think he'll have 1. I mean, I feel like he's been such the underdog. We haven't really talked a lot about TJ Dement, but he's scored in every single game and twice here at home. I mean, I think he's going for 1.
I agree with Gloria. I think he's going to go for at least 1. Show off his skills.
All right, and we could not put Eddie Lee Marburger, the local quarterback, up there for a pick. 3.5 touchdowns is what we're setting at. Rushing touchdowns do count. We are counting rushing touchdowns in this over-under. Joel, where are you going to go for this one?
I'm going over. Yeah, I'm going over. I think, I saw Marburger at the high school level back when I was here last time around. Such a talented player that can really score from anywhere on the field. He's got the great arm, can run it when he needs to. I'm going over in this one.
Last week I said under, so I'm going to stick to that. He's going to go under 3.5.
I'm going to go under 2. Feels weird going under on both the touchdown totals, but I'm going to risk it.
Yeah, I said I'm going under, but you know what? Thinking back to what Joel is saying, I mean, he's back home. Probably Eddie Lee is going to want to go ahead and score more just because Joel is here.
I'm going to go with over. I think he's going to make some touchdowns tonight.
I think they'll save him for conference play. That is it for Vaqueros Game Day. Be sure to tune in tonight with Gloria Morelia and myself for post-game coverage after UTRGV's final non-conference game. For myself, our entire Channel 5 sports team, Joel Villanueva and Andrew Chung. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tonight for Vaqueros post-game.
In the Rio Grande Valley, 18-wheeler traffic is heavier than anywhere else in Texas. So if you're involved in an accident,